would like to emphasize the importance of Matthew 19:26. Basically, Jesus says that with man, these things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And so that really, really made me question how we can change the outcome of the future. Like, it really, really made me wonder if truly all things are possible with God, we could change our future in such a way that it would be amazing for everyone. Not just, like everyone. And I'll be completely honest, I prayed for 3 specific things and deeply, like very wholeheartedly and very deeply prayed for 3 things. First one being, I prayed for the whole world to just get along. And now I'm realizing that it should be like the whole universe. But, at least the world. I would love for the world to just get along. The second one was, I vividly remember this. This was like last year, I think it was like in June. And I just remember walking down the Heart Trail, which is a trail really nearby here. I dropped to my knees and I started bawling, and I asked God to forgive everyone. And I don't mean just people on earth, but like people in hell, because I guarantee if everyone knew what hell was, they would do everything in their power to avoid it. So, yeah. And then the third thing, which kind of reflects on the second thing, is I prayed for Satan to repent in Jesus. And I know that sounds pretty far-fetched, but if all things are truly possible with God, what's to say that can't happen? And Jesus clearly said that not only are all things possible with God, but a couple things. If you had the faith of a mustard seed, you could basically pick up a mountain and put it somewhere else. So just saying, like, if you have extremely good faith, all things are possible. And yeah, and then Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So, like, obviously the things that I prayed for, I left it completely up to God, because that's not something that I even remotely really comprehend, but I knew that it would be a way to basically save everyone. Because from personal experience, no one in their right mind wants to go to hell. So, and then Jesus also, go back to the other things that Jesus said, but oh, he doesn't want anybody to perish. And I get that. And perish isn't just like die, it's like going to hell. And as I said, if everyone knew what hell was, they would do everything in their power to avoid it. And we are so lucky that Jesus came to this earth, because he gave us the key to avoid eternal torment. And I mean not just a few people. I mean everyone. Everyone. So, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thee. Proverbs 3, 5, 6, I'm just going to reiterate this again because, yeah, this is important. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So, I have prayed for these things because I don't want anybody to go to hell. I've prayed for my enemies because if my enemies knew what hell was, they would do everything in their power to avoid it. So I don't know how God plans on doing this. But I'm not meant to lean on my own understanding. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, with all your heart. And do not lean onto your own understanding. I'm supposed to start trusting people more. Not only people, but God and all that are associated with God more. Which is honestly a huge amount of entities in the universe. So, I will trust in the Lord with all my heart, and I will not lean onto my own understanding. In all my ways I will acknowledge him, and he will direct my paths. So, I trust God. I've prayed for these things, and I will not lean on my own understanding. I'll just let God figure that out. Yeah. Anyway, God bless you all. Take care.